It's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Welcome to the first podcast. First podcast of Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
I haven't even got a kebab. What's that about? But I am a dad, and I used to be a lad.
Well, yeah, you're old as shit now.
I feel like
you look like a little bit like Tom Segura. That's who you look like.
I'm going to pretend I know who that is because I don't really know.
Oh no, you should Google him, man. That's a podcast that I like. I like that.
At least it's come on from the Breaking Bad bloke. I'm not him anymore, so that's good.
Yeah. I honestly, the shaved head is something that I'm still getting used to. I still remember you with a full head of hair.
Yeah, like your hair.
Yeah. Do you not think that you would grow it back?
Nah. This is quite long, to be fair. It's quite long for me.
Do you full on like shave it?
Not with a razor, no. I use like a trimmer thing, but on bare blade. So
like prison,
prison haircut. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
definitely.
You look like you're just got off death row.
So,
how have you been?
I've been good, mate. Pandemic has hit us. What's that about?
Indeed.
Crazy times.
So how spread shit.
Yeah, obviously we don't work together anymore. It's been such a long time since our little Costa meetups.
No. This
COVID the COVID has hit us and it's kept us apart. So, How are you, mate? You all good?
I'm fine. I have spent the last 18 months working from home. So getting used to that. It's been, a different world. So much time at home. I need to get out of the house.
I think that would drive me insane, to be fair. I don't think I could work from home.
I got so used to being out of the house every day, whether it was going to the gym or, working all day, every day.
Yeah.
Whereas now I have probably spent, a large amount of time in the house, and I've only just started leaving again in sort of the past 4 weeks.
Wow. So where have you been going, Niall? Come on, tell me. I'm excited to find out.
Well, I've stopped dogging now, so I don't go dogging anymore.
I thought I saw you there that time.
No, yeah. No, just back to the gym. Trying to get myself established again.
Yeah.
Trying to get myself into some sort of shape. Although now I'm getting older, it's taking longer. I don't drop weight like I used to.
I have found that, actually. It's like, I keep thinking I'm 20 still. And it's like, I'm not. It's not going to work the same. Your body is slower. All your cells are dying. And it's just a nightmare. Exactly. It's a nightmare, mate.
I think through lockdown, I definitely put on a stone. Easy put on a stone. And if it wasn't for all these people selling brownies and advertising cakes on Facebook, I probably would have stayed slim, but I definitely took full advantage of staying at home and eating more.
Yeah.
And got really lazy in the end. But I think now that I don't know, this year's made me realise that life is too short. It's definitely too short. And I think,
it is,
wasting, a year and a half of our lives just doing not very much makes you realise that you've got to get a lot more done and there's not enough time.
Yeah, I'm still obviously in care. So for me, I didn't stop working. So I actually worked more the beginning of the first lockdown because everyone was scared. Like the government were bringing out all these different guidelines and advice every day. And if you've got a little cough, you've got to be off for 14 days. So we had staff worrying, calling in sick. So I basically lived at work for 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks after the lockdown started. And obviously it's good for money, but you can't spend it. But that's where Amazon comes into it now. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Discovered Amazon.
Oh, don't, because then you'll never stop. Once you start with Prime, that is it. Everything comes through the door. So when the pandemic first hit and you was working,
was
like within the first sort of few weeks? Was you wearing masks and everything at work and gloves and everything?
No, at the time, obviously when we went out to essential shops, because everything closed, didn't it? It was just like Walking Dead. Didn't know what was going on. Yeah, we had masks outside, but at the time, care homes didn't need to have to wear masks at that time. So it was a bit of a shock. In July, it's like the government announced, "Oh, you got to wear masks to work," and it's like, okay, it's a bit different. But we're used to it now. It's just like every day, and in like 3 weeks, it's going to be over. But is it? Yeah. So it was.
Is it? Is it going to be over? That's what we say. Is it going to be over? We don't know. I don't know. I think there's going to be more to come, but hopefully not. Down to the extent where things close again. I don't think people can cope with that much longer. It's a difficult one.
For me personally, I've had both my vaccines.
Me too.
To be fair, since we've had to wear masks and we've been going to shops, sanitizer everywhere, wearing masks when we're around people, I have not been poorly at all. Normally, every year I get chest infections, coughs, colds, guaranteed at least twice over like the winter months. Not had nothing. And I think it's made me realise how dirty people are. How many times would you go? It's true though. You go to the shop, yeah. You pick up a basket. You touch a door handle. You get money out. You get stuff off the shelf, and then you go maybe buy a packet of crisps. You eat it. You don't wash your hands. You're putting that in your fucking mouth. Can you believe that? It's thinking about it now
makes you a lot warier.
It makes me feel a bit sick thinking I used to go around touching everything and then never washing my hands. Guaranteed now I am washing my hands or sanitizing whenever I get home from a shop or before I eat from being in the shops and in public. Because I just realised so many germs are out there that we're getting.
Well, that's it. And I suppose, when the pandemic first hit, I remember doing the click and collect food shopping. And I was the only person wearing a mask at that time. This was back in like March, April time. And people were looking at you to say, really, are you taking this that serious? You're wearing a mask?
Yeah.
And then I'd get home from shopping and we would clean every individual item before putting it back in the cupboard.
Spray it. I did that in my shopping. Yeah.
Spraying shopping with Dettol. So yeah.
It's crazy.
Taking it from that serious to whereas before, like if you think about some of the places where you've ate food and that before, like I've eaten some disgusting places and especially kebabs. I've had a few dirty kebabs in my time.
They're the best ones.
Exactly. Like you didn't know what you was putting in your mouth before and the germs, that you were sort of
definitely not
putting in your body. But I think now, definitely it's made me more aware of hygiene. But then what makes me think about it is, like, people before this were dirty motherfuckers. I'm telling you, people were dirty.
I'm going to pause this, because obviously gyms are open again now. You're supposed to clean your machines, equipment before and after using them, There is certain people in my gym, I don't know who they are, but it's the same sort of people that are dirty and they don't clean it. It's like, you fucking dirty bastard.
Do you say something, though? Do you say something?
No, because I keep my mouth shut. But yeah, I know what you mean, You say, oi, you fucker! Clean your weights. Clean your treadmill.
I say, because obviously all around the gym there's like sanitized stations where you've got spray and blue roll stuff.
Yeah.
And I watch people get off a treadmill and try and walk away. I will pull them up on it. I'll say, are you going to clean that?
Yeah.
Purely because I don't want the gyms to be closed again. I don't think a lot of people do. I think people have got fat. I think people have got fat enough. People are putting too much weight. It's shit. I think so. Anymore. My biggest. I think towards the end of the pandemic, I was like, so I was going to say when summer last year, the end of summer, I was like, clothes are still fitting nice. It's fine. I've not put on weight. And then Christmas just came too quickly. The year went The year flew by. After Christmas, I was like, oh shit, I've definitely put on some weight. These jeans are a bit tight now. So
Yeah.
things had to change. I was waiting for the gym to open again. I needed an excuse to get out of the house and stop eating. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll elaborate on that as well. You know, second lockdown from like November to beginning of December, I put on 1.5 stone in weight. And I looked at myself and I thought, wow, you're fucking fat. The belly was wobbling. I could punch it. It's like woo, 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 woo. And it's like bleh. It's disgusting. I took loads of pictures and video and shamed myself. And that's when I started my last case of keto that I've been doing. And I've actually finished this week and I've lost 2 stone. And I am back on the weights now as of yesterday. I haven't done weights for 6 months. It's just been cardio, treadmill, bike, cross trainer. There's like a skiing machine in the gym as well now that I've been using. No, don't do that. It's like skiing. I'm not really doing that. But yeah, it's. Do
you think that helps? Do you think slut shaming yourself helps?
Oh, definitely, because it makes you more determined to improve. If no one sees the picture or the video of you at your worst, I mean, I took pictures out in my pants, and there's nothing more humbling than seeing yourself in basically all your glory, overweight, and determined to try and change your diet, change your lifestyle. And I think that for me that works. Other people, they might go into a shell and just hide. I don't know, but for me that works.
I was definitely avoiding the mirror towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
The scales stayed where they was behind the sink.
Hiding.
They didn't come out because I knew I was just not being honest with myself. But my problem is that when you spend so much time at home, there's no structure to your day. I could sit at, my laptop for 8 hours and, just not move. But then at the same time, I know I'd be binging stuff.
Yeah.
But whereas before, when I was busy on the go, out every day working or, going to the gym, you don't have time to sit and binge. So you don't have time to binge when you're doing stuff. But when you start at home, it's so easy just to grab the shit food and not take time to cook and things like that. So I definitely I had a realization where I was like, look, stuff needs to change, but I needed to admit to myself that I can't carry on eating. I'm not as young as I was. Definitely not as fit as I was. I mean, I know that because in the gym now, I'm looking at the people that are my sort of age, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a big difference of I kind of need to turn it up a little bit more, which I'm not in bad shape, but I'm just not in the shape that I was comfortable in. Yeah, and I've always liked going to gym, and I've always liked being the person that can lift in the gym. But now, that lycra only hides so much, doesn't it? The lycra only hides so much.
You're playing catch up now.
So keto, how are you? Are you still keto then?
I am. Yeah, I think I'll keep it going. I've started to add fruit to my diet. So obviously there's lots of issues and things. It's a bit like Atkins really, but I think Atkins has a structure where you have like initial phases and then you have like the long phase. I never really did that when I ever did Atkins before. I would always, right, this is the food I can eat. This is virtually no carbs. I'm just going to eat it. So whereas Atkins initial stage is like 20 grams of carbs a day, I was on 6 to 8 grams a day to begin with. I don't think I'm pretty much past that now, to be fair. I think I'm still on about 8 to 10 a day. But obviously now I've started to add fruit, so it will go up. Yeah.
Do you miss carbs at all? Do you miss?
No. Because I'll go through because I started the 2nd of December. Obviously, at the end of the month, you have that quite big thing called Christmas coming up, and it was a bit difficult for me, thinking, oh my god, throughout the whole of December at work, people would bring in boxes of chocolates, biscuits from staff, management, family members, and they would just be in my office, and I'd be looking at them, and everyone will keep coming in, munching away. I didn't do it. I didn't break. I was there with me water, and that was so difficult. So coming up to Christmas, I thought what I'll do, because I have my wife's Latvian Christmas on Christmas Eve, and then work Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day is like my Christmas with my kids and my mum and dad and that. So I thought 3 days, I'll eat what I want, and then 27th, back on keto. And I didn't enjoy it. I ate all the food I could possibly try and stuff in my face. I didn't enjoy it. I felt sick. I felt horrible. Even now, if I say I have a craving for a chocolate bar or something, I'll go buy a chocolate bar, I'll munch it, and I think that wasn't worth it. I don't like the feeling of carbs. I like the smell of them, like lasagna and burgers and all this, and mac and cheese and roast dinners. But no, they actually eating it, I don't like it anymore. I don't like the feeling of being full and feeling sick just from eating food. End of the day, food is only fuel for your body. Your body needs fuel, whether it tastes nice or it doesn't taste nice. And once you get that in your head, you know you're going to succeed at doing your keto.
Talk too much. Talk too much.
You'll go.
Yeah, I will munch a Snickers. I don't care. Someone puts a Snickers in front of me, I'll eat that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to change my eating, as in the habits of not sitting in front of the TV in the evening and, you know, binging a box set with chocolate and crisp and all sorts of stuff. I just can't. I don't want to do that. That's why I've started to fulfill my time with the gym, and during the day started to get up and move. But I enjoy healthy foods anyway. I'm not like, you know, there's certain foods I don't touch, but I like broccoli. I hate broccoli.
I live on broccoli. That's all I eat. That's the only veg I eat with my meat.
I hate it. I hate broccoli. I hate cauliflower and cabbage. In fact, they're my three. I'll eat anything else but those three. Those fucking disgusting. There's a weird people that eat that shit. I've definitely started to like a lot more veggie stuff though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all into veggie at the moment. Yeah, big time. I mean, meat wise, I don't eat a lot of red meat anyway. There's not a lot of red meat in my diet. It's mainly chicken. The odd burger might slip through the net, but
pork.
Yeah, definitely a lot. I mean, I'm always, you know, I'm a veggie burger person. But yeah, things like, you know, a lot of heavy stuff. I'm not into heavy stuff anymore. Like I've never been a person that's into chips anyway. I don't like chips or fries. Maybe sweet potato fries occasionally, but I've just tried to cut out. Exactly. There's certain things that I can't give up, but I do love a curry. I'm all about a curry.
Oh yeah, well, I miss curry. Keema naan.
But you can have stuff from an Indian. You can get an Indian. You just don't have to have like the naan bread and the chips with it.
I know. I can scrape the sauce off the meat. Yeah. Have it dry. Can I have some dry chicken, please, with nothing?
No, you can get the meats and stuff. The meats are nice.
Oh no, you can. Yeah.
But kebabs, you can have. You can have kebabs.
Shish kebab, yeah.
Yeah, shish kebab. Well, you can still have doner meat. It's just not very good for you.
No, for me, the fat is not a problem. I can eat fat all day long on my keto. Yeah. So for me, I actually lose more weight if I eat more fat. So although I try and cut out some of the fat that I eat, it is I can have it. So, but yeah, doner meat.
Yeah, you can have doner meat. Now that you're an older guy, though, obviously you're approaching 60. You know,
fuck off.
Have you had like a cholesterol test? Because obviously you consume a lot of fat. Do you tend to get your blood? Have you had blood test for like?
I haven't. No. That is one of the flaws in the Atkins / keto diets. There's lots of rumors. People say, "Oh, you get high cholesterol," but apparently you don't. But I can't answer that personally because I haven't actually done one myself, but maybe I will do.
I think diets, there's a big difference between diets and lifestyle changes in your, in the foods that you eat. If you're just going to become, I think keto is more of a lifestyle than a diet.
Oh yeah, it's pointless doing keto for 2 weeks, because then if you go from eating hardly any carbs to loads of carbs again, carbs are stored fat in your body. It's nothing else apart from that. That's simple.
But they taste so good. They taste so good.
They're dirty fuckers. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the science behind it is, keto, like I said, it's a long-term thing. It's not a short-term fix, is it?
No. But yeah, I'm coming up to 42 now, and I haven't. I was actually 42. Yeah, I started at 42 actually.
Did you really? No way.
44 actually. 44 waist.
Fuck.
What I'll do, I've got my weight measurements here, just for anyone that's listening that is interested in some of this diet talk that we're doing. Okay, I started with a 42-inch waist, a 44 hips, and a 42 lower stomach. The wobbly bit that you can't get rid of.
The gun.
Yeah. And I finished up with a 36 waist, so that's 6 inches loss. Hips 38, another 6 inches off, and stomach 38 and a half. So 3.5 inches off that.
You had some junk in the trunk.
I did, mate. I don't know if it's the age or it is just because I was eating so many carbs, really, and not exercising. Although I was at the gym at this point, but I was just doing mainly weight, so I was probably bulking on fat.
But then you're adding weight as well, aren't you? You're adding muscle mass.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of products, do you use any products now? Because I know you've had a few bad experiences with products in the past. Turning different colours and stuff. But do you use any supplements now? Are you just sort of clean?
I've been clean, not taking anything, no fat burners, no whey protein for the gym. Obviously, I was doing cardio, so I didn't need to bulk protein. No. Like you say, we won't mention the name, but I used to take the fat burners, didn't I? I would take half of the recommended daily dosage as well, and my face would go red. It'd go red, wouldn't it? Like
bread's on the mind.
It was bread. I miss toast. Oh, toast and butter. The smell is amazing, but I'm not eating it. Yeah, I would go red, and my skin would look like I was sunburned, wouldn't it? You were there one day when I took them, and my whole body itches. And I actually complained to the company and said, there's something in there that I'm allergic to. You need to put more details in your nutrition for your products. And they said, oh, you're just allergic to it. Don't buy it. And I thought, cheers. Not buying your shit anymore.
Good service.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, supplements for me, I still take fat burners. Only because I think it's more of a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Especially, and pre-workout. I take pre-workout as well. Not too much. I'm not into this whole, like you see on TikTok, these people dry scooping it in their car before, like just a scoop of pre-workout, and then swishing it around with water.
Just a question. When you drink energy drinks, if you do, and coffee, does it affect you? Does it give you coffee buzz or caffeine buzz? Do you get that?
Only when I overindulge. I don't drink energy drinks anyway, but coffee, big time.
Okay. Does the pre-workout have a similar effect?
Yeah, but my pre-workout is I'll have it at home before I go to the gym. My journey to the gym is about 20 minutes, and then I'm straight on the treadmill for 45 minutes on the treadmill. That's my starting gym. So I don't feel it as if to say I'm itching to get going. A lot of people say they itch from pre-workouts and stuff.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I've got people that I know that take pre-workout and they're like, raw. They're like buzzing turn into the Hulk, you know. And I wondered if that was because they have that reaction with caffeine. See, I can go up to bed at night, have a massive can of Monster and a coffee, and I'll be asleep before 12. Caffeine does not affect me. It doesn't have any differences in my body, how I think, how my brain works, how I sleep. So I'm just wondering if pre-workout, if I got some, it would even do anything for me, to be fair. That's why I was asking the coffee question.
I think a lot of it's psychological, you know. And
yeah, I think so.
It's got a lot of sugar in there, and sugar's a short-term energy release.
Yeah.
But I think it's mostly psychological. But I mean, I still take it. I'll still take it before. Same as fat burners. I like to think they're doing something. If they're not, then then I'm wasting a lot of money every month. But
yeah,
I think they're okay. I'm happy. I'm happy taking them. Like you though, I don't take a lot of bulking powders anymore. You know, I'm at the age now where I don't want to bulk. I want to be in a good shape. As long as I don't look bloated, you know, I'm not getting it. You know, I'm not getting younger. And I think as you get older, you've got to realise is that everything starts to slow down a lot quicker.
Yeah. How old are you now at the moment?
I'm 28. I'm 28. So I'm still young.
28. You're still young, mate. Still 14 years younger than me.
But it catches up to you though. 28. Well, you know, soon I'll be 35, and
I'll be 50. Wow.
You'll be 50. Hey,
no.
As long as you look after yourself, I think men, lads, men, dads, whatever, granddads, I think everybody starts to realise is that you've got to start to look after yourself. You know, there comes a time where you either say, fuck it, you know, that's it, I'm going to be the fat guy for life now, I'm done. Yeah. You know, fat guys get away with it, you know. Although I will say, sidetrack a second, this whole term dad bod, I hate it, you know. Because what if that one day she turns around and says to you, you're just fat?
Yeah.
I'll be like, I thought these girls wanted this dad bod stuff, you know.
Yeah, I trained hard.
The definition? What is the definition of a dad bod? What is it?
I think it is
the limitations.
I think it's no abs and man boobs. To be fair,
well,
if women, I think it's because women like to cuddle, and they don't want some souped up, muscly god, I suppose, Adonis.
Because that's what they don't want this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously everything is always aimed towards the women, and they need to look a certain way, and you need to go on this diet, and people forget about the men like us, like my age, your age, the struggles we go through with eating, and I think it should be more talked about, to be fair. Obviously, the mental health side as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think men are just as bad, though, now. I think men are more self-conscious than they've ever been. And I think because there's a lot of, you know, gym guys out there, you've got to look a certain way. Even terms like dad bod, I think that as a mental breakdown, if you sit and think about it, you know, you kind of sit back and think, fuck, I'm in that category.
Yeah.
You know, you start to realise, you know, I don't want to be there. But I think there comes a time where you've just got to realise is that you need to make a decision that, you know, you've got to start looking after yourself, and you do got to eat a certain way, and you can't get away with the shit that you once did when you were 15.
No.
You know, metabolism definitely slows down. I know I can't eat the shit foods that I want to eat.
Yeah, going back to your point about gym and that, before like the gym's closed, like Boxing Day, obviously you go gym every day, you see who's there. Now gym's reopened on the 12th of April. There's so many young kids, like 18, walking in, mostly ripped, and it's like, where the fuck have you come from? Get out of my gym. And it's so annoying. It's like, wow. It's like a new age of gym goers. And, you know, it's in a way, it motivates you a little bit.
No, it does. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It does, because I think you've got to see. I mean, that's what the gym's about. I think everybody's looking around at the gym to looking at the next person to what they look like and comparing themselves. I think
yeah, definitely.
everybody is in the gym for their own reasons, and we're all in the gym because we're all a little bit self-conscious and fucked up in the head that we don't look a certain way. But I will say is every gym has a dickhead. And in your gym, there is a guy that walks around and he's your gym dickhead. All right? There's one in mind. He walks around, but he wears work clothing. He clearly works in a factory or something. But he'll walk around in a vest and work trousers and work boots. And he looks like fucking Johnny Bravo. And I never see him doing anything. I just see him walking around, just back and forth. But people like that piss me off because of the fact that I'm just like, do you know what? Just because, yes, you've got it and you've worked hard for it does not mean that it gives you like a dickhead approval card.
Yeah. There is one bloke in my gym. He's only just started coming the last few weeks. He'll come in and he's got like really small vest on, shorts. I wouldn't say he's big. Like there are better people in the gym with more muscles and ripped. And he's like one of these people that either shaves hair off his body or he's just naturally bald everywhere. He's got like weird haircut. But he walks around like this. He just walk around like the free weight section and like looking around. He'd do a bit of weight. I don't see him doing that much, but the sweat dripping off his arms and legs and his head, he's on something. He must be. To be sweating that much.
But that's what they do. They just walk around.
It's crazy. And it's wow.
They do. They just walk around. And that puts me up. I mean, I'm never going to be put off the gym. I'm one of these people.
No.
But there is a lot of people out there that are afraid to walk into the gym. Definitely. And I think people have no reason, no matter if you're, overweight or, you're really skinny, because I think the slimmer people as well, they struggle, especially guys. There's certain guys that are just, really slim and can't have that men's, bulky physique. No. And same as guys that are really big. And I think no matter who you are, definitely go into the gym because everybody's there for their own reasons. And as hard as it is to sort of get started, once you start, I think everybody's got to start somewhere. So once you start, you're making progress already.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you, you've been going to the same gym for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah. So I like it.
How long was it that you were sort of out of the gym, for example, like before you went back? How long was you out?
Good 2 years. Yeah. My membership at Virgin Active was frozen because overpriced, £63 a month or whatever. They got a nice jacuzzi though. But then a Pure Gym opened up like 2 minutes from me. And it's a no-brainer. It's cheaper. I can get what I want. I don't need a swimming pool. I don't need a jacuzzi, really. That's just like the added bonus, the bit they sell you on. So, yeah, I went to Pure Gym, and it opened, and I've been there a year and a half now. Because it's so quick. But I love it. I'll be going there later.
You were out for 2 years before that?
Out for 2 years, yeah. And then straight back in when it opened. So, yeah.
That was it. During the pandemic, obviously, I would say that's my longest time being out of the gym. So say probably just over a year. And we started to build a little gym at home. Although the idea was there, it just didn't happen. I've got all the shit. Honestly, I'm going to start setting up memberships for my, back garden.
In your garden.
Because I've got everything, but it's just not been used. And even till the point where I was like, right, do you know what? Gyms are open now. I'm going back to the gym and the shit's still sitting there in my garden. So, I wanted to move home. I did do a few workouts, but I think I have to be in the frame. I have to be there to want to do it. Because if I know I'm there, I can't do nothing else. When I'm at home,
exactly.
I was trying to work out in the garden, but I knew there were brownies in the fridge. So it didn't work. Didn't work for me at all. So there, that was a difficult one. But I think, yeah, definitely getting back in the gym was, best thing to happen this year. I feel better. I mean, it's only been a matter of weeks for me, but I think little results, they start to come through quickly. And I think you've got to hold on to that and just keep doing it and keep moving forward with it. But motivation-wise, what do you listen to in the gym? Are you like a heavy metal guy or like gangster rap stuff? What do you listen to?
It's mainly like club music, to be fair, club dance music, stuff to get you pumping. I can't be doing no heavy metal. There is a few hip hop songs in there, I think. Like the old school ones back in the day, like Tupac and that. It's got to be done. Although when I'm on the treadmill, like the last 6 months, I just sit there watching like football shows on YouTube. To be fair, watch a lot of YouTube while I'm on the treadmill because I'm too fat to run and I can't keep running for long. I mainly walk, but on incline, and so I just watch a lot of YouTube. To be fair, but then when I'm doing weights, the music's on. So yeah.
No,
what about you?
that's good. I mean, me, well, I'm straight up classical Beethoven. No. No, so I like you, I go through, well, I love music, so I'm anything from country to rap to rock, anything. But in the gym, I find that music sometimes, I don't know, I feel like I'm always skipping the track or I'm looking for certain music to get me pumped. So
Really?
I've started listening. Yeah, big time. I fidget. I was a smoker, so I fidget.
Yeah.
So what I do, I've started listening to motivational speakers on YouTube.
Yeah.
They do a lot of workout ones. A lot of, they get you fired up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a few people that I listen to, especially on YouTube, man. And honestly, while you're working out, if you listen to some of these people, they get you seriously fired up in your workout. But same as you, I watch stuff while I'm on a treadmill. I can watch a whole film.
Yeah.
I can get through a whole film and just be like, I've burnt 600 calories, but I've watched the film, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. 2 birds in one stone and all that.
Exactly. Well, to be honest, it just takes your mind off it. I find the treadmill boring. I do a lot. I do about 10 minutes worth of running, and then I start to do, like you, really steep incline, power walking. And that for me gets me through it. I find something to listen to, usually the motivational speaker stuff on YouTube. Like honestly, check them out. Next time you're on a treadmill, listening to like workout motivational speech. There is thousands of them. But what they'll do is they'll get you out of your comfort zone. Okay. Because I feel like you get more done when you're not comfortable. I work out so much harder when I'm tired. So what I'm listening to definitely does help 100%.
Yeah.
And music, I just mess around with it, But it's okay if I'm doing weights and stuff, I'll listen to music. But if I'm doing a lot of cardio, which I'm tending to do at the moment, as well as a lot of endurance stuff, I'm not all about the weights at the moment. I'm trying to move around the gym. My routine used to be walking to the gym, straight to the weights, do 10 minutes on a treadmill, out I go.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm trying to move around a little bit more.
Trying to do the machines and the equipment that you didn't really do before. I think it's good, because your body's... It's to mix it up. There's nothing worse for your body to get in a routine and then it just settles there. It doesn't change. Won't get better, won't get worse. It just sits same place. So like you say, when you start doing other things you don't normally do, get out of your comfort zone, do things that maybe you're not really comfortable with and you don't really know how to use or you're not really good at it, but then just keep trying. And then you will conquer that part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm doing things now that I've never done. So I was never into deadlifting. I was never that interested in like bar weights, and I'd never done. I was never a person that did squats and things like that before. I was, sit ups and everything else I'd do, but squatting for me was like, I can't be It's like I hate sit-ups. I hate sit-ups, hate press-ups, but I push myself through them.
Yeah.
But now that I'm doing things like, definitely like barbell stuff and definitely kettlebells, I found a new love for kettlebells. Purely because the greatest thing out of this pandemic has definitely been TikTok, 100%. I think TikTok has saved a lot of relationships, 100%.
I joined TikTok.
I even noticed. I'm not that brave to post, and I don't know what to post. I think we all know we've tried the dance routines. We know at the start of all of this, we've all tried to do the dances.
I did one, I think, and that was it.
No,
but
I ain't putting myself through that. But yeah, so kettlebell workouts that I've seen on TikTok, because everybody knows when you go for a shit, you watch at least 15 minutes worth of TikToks. At least you did 6 months ago. So yeah, kettlebell workouts, I've seen loads of those. And I was like, I need to get one. I need to get a kettlebell.
Yeah.
Didn't get a kettlebell. Just started using dumbbells and stuff. But then when I got back to the gym, there's got this whole section on kettlebells. Yeah. And the amount of workouts you can do and the sweat on that you get from kettlebells is like no other. And it's just finding new things. I think that's a good part about the gym, is discovering something that you don't normally do.
Yeah, there's always that area of the gym where you think, what is that bit over there? Like, what do they do in that section? Quite often, it's where they do like the one-to-one sessions with the personal trainers, and they've got these bits of equipment. And it's like, oh, that looks interesting. What's that? It's always that one area that you don't go to. You sat in, like you say, you sat in your comfort zone. You're just doing the same old routine, maybe changing which order you do them in. But there's always that one bit. And like you say, it's good to go and try and experience that and try and find out what it is and maybe have a go at it, I think.
To be honest, the only thing I haven't done yet is I haven't done a spin class. Now, the gym that I do does spin classes. Yeah. I want to do one. I don't think my mindset's ready for it, though. My mind's basically saying, you're not quite ready yet. I think I'll get in there, last 2 minutes and fall off.
I've seen people in spin classes, and it's like full pelt bike constantly. So I don't think my body could cope with that. I'm happy to watch these people sweat it out, and like I'll give them a clap when they're finished, but I don't think I'll be doing that, to be fair.
Maybe that should be our ambition.
Maybe it's
a few months' time we'll build up to doing a spin class.
A target for us to set. Yeah. We have to do a spin class.
Yeah, like definitely. But I think that's another part of the gym as well, is the fact that the reason why you don't go and do things you haven't done is because you don't know how to do them.
Exactly.
And in your mind, if you go over to a machine and you try and use it in a way that it shouldn't be used, you just feel like a dick.
Yeah, you look stupid. You think everybody's watching you, which probably they're not. No one gives a fuck what you're doing. They're concentrating on themselves in the gym. But yeah, you think you look stupid and you're going to hurt yourself, and you just do it completely wrong from the get-go, rather than just asking the staff, can you just show me how to use that? Is this the right way? And they're happy to do that.
Which more than likely they will do that, yeah.
Exactly.
But like you just said, you think people are watching you. Whereas in the gym, in my mindset, if I feel like someone's watching me, I'm just thinking, look, everybody in this gym, everybody's gooch smells the same. Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big sweaty mess. Like, don't try and, there's no style in the gym out. That's another thing I hate. Matching gym gear. I hate these motherfuckers in their matching gym kit. Although I'm borderline. I mean, I've got the Lycra tights. I wear them.
Yeah.
There's no added benefit. There's no added benefit to wear them, but they look good with shorts. And I feel like you look like proper gym goer.
Have you got the full length ones, or just the ones that come just above the knee, so just below the shorts?
Where the fuck do you get yours from? Full length? Do you mean like full bodysuit?
No, like full leg, you don't know.
I've got the full leg. Yeah, the full leg ones. I've got a few pairs, and I've got the top as well.
What they do, they keep all your fat in one place. That's what it is, isn't it? They squash it. Keeps it tight.
Yes.
Stops you wobbling when you're running.
No, because it still wobbles. It just looks a
Oh,
little
does it?
bit. Although, when I go on a treadmill, right, I don't think anyone else does this in the gym. I'm that guy. But because when I get on a treadmill and I'm power walking and I'm in a zone where I'm going constantly,
Yeah.
I start to lose shit. I don't know about anybody else, but like, I feel like the little pockets they have on either side of the treadmill are just not deep enough. Everything starts to fall off when I'm on the treadmill. And plus, what do you do with your car keys when you go to a gym? Like, I don't use a locker because I'm not taking at the moment. All the facilities are not open, so I'm not like showering there or swimming or anything. I'm going home. I'm literally going in, going home. So I go to a gym with a bottle of water, my car keys, my earpod case. What do you do with all that shit? So I started taking a wash bag, put them there, but now I'm just like a dickhead that's carrying a wash bag around. I didn't want to be that guy.
There's always that one knobhead who's walking around with a man bag, a little satchel, and they go from station to station in the gym, equipment to equipment. Some people have like coat and big backpack. It's like there's a fucking locker there. What are you doing? And they'll just carry that and put it on the floor next to the equipment. It's like, what a twat. That is one of my pet peeves. I hate that.
I feel like there's certain places you shouldn't have a backpack. Train stations and obviously gyms. You shouldn't have a backpack. So I'm losing all my shit anyway. So, and plus my earbuds, they fall out all the time. I've lost them. So I've started to wear a beanie and I wear a big hoodie while I'm on the trip. So I'm sweating like fuck. That for me, I'm happy with that, but I feel like people must look at me and thinking, who is that crazy motherfucker there with a, beanie on? Yeah, like yesterday it was 28 degrees in the gym and I was wearing a beanie and a hoodie on top of the layer of lycra, the t-shirt, the hoodie, the beanie, the lycra shorts, the lycra undershorts. It's just one big layer of sweat.
You could be wearing your sauna suit you used to have.
I still have a sauna suit.
You still got that?
Although, I think I've bought loads of them. I used to think that had an added benefit. Again, like everybody, you Google something once and you buy it twice. You want to see how much protein powder I've got in the cupboard? Honestly, I could open a shop. I still haven't used it.
Send some to me.
You're more than welcome. I'll send you some.
I'm just starting to look into getting, obviously, the whey powder again because I'm doing weights, and I think that
I buy a bundle. I buy a bundle deal from the Protein Works.
Yeah, I use them.
If they want to sponsor our podcast, send them some my way. I do like the Thermo Pro stuff, so send it my way.
You drink it on screen, yeah? Drink the shake.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So supplements. I've got loads. Yeah. But I haven't been taking as much as I could have.
I think it's difficult, and you think, well, why bother when I'm not doing anything? Like before the gyms are back open again, that stuff just sits in the cupboard, and you go to use it when the gyms are finally open, and it's gone off. It's out of date, and it's like, well, that stinks.
I will say though, the middle of the pandemic, I was having everything. I was having like vitamin D, like extra vitamin D, omega-3, triple zinc, performance vitamins.
I'm on that. I'm still all that now.
That. Yeah, I still do that now, but my problem is I'll take it for 3 days and skip 2 weeks.
Yeah. I haven't took one for like 4 days. I've got my little Dosset box with all the pills, like 4 or 5 pills a day. And I think it was like four days ago since I last took one. Because obviously being on keto, I'm missing out on lots of multivitamins from food. So I should really be stricter than I am for that. But it's obviously something I need to get going.
You get a lot of your vitamins from vegetables and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I eat broccoli.
Yeah, but you can have other vegetables. There's other vegetables out there you can have.
Yeah, I know, but broccoli is not the best for carbs as it is. I think it's cabbage, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. It's good ones.
All the shit, basically. All the shit that nobody wants at a carvery.
Yeah, I don't do cauliflower. Carrots has got too much sugar in. So
do you still put mayo on everything?
I actually had, I do. I can have mayo, and that's perfect sauce for Atkins. So it's what it's got to be done, it works out really good for me because I love it. Yeah, but like you say, I do have mayo in every meal. And we went out for a birthday last week, and I had a roast dinner for the first time since Boxing Day. And I had
what on it?
What?
Was it just meat and veg?
No, it was Yorkshire puddings, extra cauliflower cheese. It was roast beef, so it was the full works horseradish, and I covered that bastard in mayo. It was so nice. Halfway through it, I had roast potatoes as well. Halfway through it, I was struggling. I was thinking, oh my God, this is food I don't normally eat. And my stomach was swelling. I didn't finish. Did not finish my roast dinner. And like I said earlier, that is the feeling I don't like anymore. Whereas before, I would keep going till I finished. I know I'd be feeling, oh my God, but I'd keep going. Now, no chance. I don't like that feeling anymore. Why should I make myself over full, making myself fat? I don't gain nothing from it. My body doesn't need it. So why am I doing it to myself? That's
it really, isn't it? Like, I think that's what you tell yourself though as well. Like for me, when I was a smoker, that's what used to get rid of that full feeling, was the fact of having a cigarette after a meal. So now I don't want to eat as much because I don't want to feel full. I don't want to feel like bloated and tired and sort of like, because when you eat so much heavy food, you just feel like a slug for the rest of the day. Like, I don't like that feeling. Yeah. I don't like feeling, overtired just because I've had a big meal. Although I know that I'm getting older because I started to nap a lot more.
I wish I had the chance. I love a good nap.
Oh, I love a nap on a Sunday. Sunday nap is for me all day long. In fact, I'd nap every day if I could. 100%.
Yes. Have your dinner, go sleep. Sorted.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly that.
Yeah, you can't be.
So, the podcast, obviously, we started, we've been talking about this for a while.
We have.
The podcast and why we're going to do it. And, the whole sort of genre around everything that we're going to be doing. We're going to be discussing many things over sort of the future, basically.
Yeah.
And I think there's so many subjects around lads, dads, plus lots of kebabs that we can discuss. Yeah. And I don't think any subject is too small.
Oh, no, definitely not.
If we want to take the piss out of vegans, we can do that. And I'm 100% happy for people to jump on board.
That's but right.
Mainly, what do you think that you want from this podcast? Let's talk to people. Let's tell people about what we want to do with it.
I think there's lots of things in life that's aimed at women, and men are quite often forgotten about. So I see this podcast as helping the lads, helping dads, talking about your kids when they're young, how it affects you, how you deal with your children, how you deal with work and kids. It should be everything that men are involved with. Lads, relationship problems, things like that. Gym, weight loss, any difficulties you're having in life with like mental health side. Obviously, we're not doctors. We can just give our opinions on how maybe we've dealt with things that is similar. So I think that 100%. For me, that's what I'm looking at anyway.
No, I'm definitely on the same page with that. I think discussing things anyway, as like you said, I think blokes are definitely overlooked, and I think we do that to ourselves anyway. We isolate ourselves. We just don't talk enough. I think that's a classic bloke trait. I certainly don't talk about my shit. I don't think I ever have. But I think now, like I said, as you get older, you start to realise that it's not as a taboo subject as we think it is. I think it's okay for people to talk about, especially if you're having problems. But then, like you said, you can't just talk about the bad things. The good things, I think there's so much funny shit about life that people don't discuss. And I think if you shared it, like you said, our kids, I know my daughters, honestly, She's crazy. She's crazy, and she's got me wrapped around her little finger. But I know what I didn't know about being a dad was basically how hard it is and how much sort of stigma around being a dad of, like, you know, the classic dad traits that every dad picks up on. I find myself saying stuff to my child that my mum said to me.
I'll never say that to my kids. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to be this cool dad, and, you know, I'll be awesome. Although I realised that I went to a soft play on my child last week, and I can't keep up anymore. I thought I was going to run that shit running around there with my daughter. Literally went to the top slide. I was knackered. I had to get my missus to take over and follow around because I was done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, discussing things. There's so much to discuss, and like I said, we're going to be definitely welcome a few guests on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll talk that for the next episodes. It won't always be guests, but
yeah, absolutely. And if people, you know, want to jump on and ask questions, you know, I think that's something that we would look forward to be getting a lot of questions from people, and people will want to talk to us about things as well.
Yeah. Topics, we can get guests on. Any topics that they want us to discuss, any issues, I think that's good. So obviously this is going out on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, everywhere that's possible. So so make sure everybody comments any subject matters, anything you've agreed with that we've discussed in this episode, anything future episodes we want to talk about. Let us know, I think, and then we can go from there. We want to know what you dads are worried about, the good things about being a dad, and any bad kebab reviews is welcome.
Oh no, absolutely. Do you know what? One of the things I do hate about being a dad, not just being a dad, being a bloke in general, is gardening. I wasn't built for gardening. Past few days, I have been, you know, sorting my garden out for summer. You know, I've mowed it once, I've weeded it once, I'll let it overgrow again and then do it again next year. But who are these dads that get good at gardening? I don't think the young, especially me being a younger dad, I am literally like, I will mow over everything. I don't care what's in the way. I will mow everything. So, you know, you better hope your cat's not in my garden because I'll mow it. Right?
No, they just leave your shit in there for you to go over and it sprays up here.
I hate gardening. I don't think I'm ever going to be good at it. And dad jobs around the house. I am that dad that says, I've still got some shelves in the cupboard that I was going to put up 3 months ago. Still them.
Yeah, I do that. I have that relationship with my wife. She does all the man jobs, and I do the laundry, I do the cooking, I sort the house out. She does the fixing jobs, the garden stuff. The manly stuff, you know, it's so much the roles reversed in my household. But yeah, I get the kids to do the garden now because they're obviously like 17, 16 and 14. I get them busy in the garden and I just
do you pay them?
No.
Do you pay them?
No.
Have you got like Spanish names for all of them, like Jose and Aldo?
No, not yet. They don't do it enough. But yeah, it's I do that with jobs. It's like, well, I'll fix that job now, and it's like, oh, it's a bit late, but I said I'll fix the other thing in 6 months. Don't worry, give me time.
Do you ever do a job and fuck it up and then just say it's broken?
Yeah, I've sort of fucked my back door with that. I tried to put a different lock on it, and I cut it out of the framework. Didn't even fit, and it didn't go in the door. And I'm like, fuck's sake, there's a big hole there now.
Just get rid of it.
I'll leave that. Just it didn't work.
I am the master of that. I literally will break something because I tried to fix it, and then blame it on the manufacturer. Do you know what I did? My daughter broke her iPad, and like anybody, I watched a video. She broke the screen, and I watched a video on YouTube. how to change a screen.
No.
I ordered the full kit. Full kit. I've still got the iPad. I've still got it. So I was like, right. So I watched a video how delicate to be and what to do, and I took the screen off. I unscrewed all the screws to get the screen itself out, replaced the screen, put all that back in, set the screws, then got the final glass to put on. And I put the adhesive all the way around, and I laid it on, only to realise that I didn't lay the screen on straight. I laid it on with a wonk. So either end of the screen was just tipping off. So then I was like, by the way, I didn't even notice that I did it. I left it to dry, come back to it later, and was just left with an iPad with a wonky screen. And I'm talking like 85 degrees wonky screen.
How can you do that? Did you unglue it and reset it?
No, I bought an iPad. I bought her a new iPad. That's what I did.
That's all right. You can do your man jobs with that one in the future. That's your toy you'll play with.
No, it's fucked. It's fucked.
Is it proper fucked? Yeah. Proper fucked.
Oh, it's gone. Right. I got that frustrated. I then broke the new screen by throwing it.
Oh dear.
But these are the facts of life that we are going to talk about.
They are indeed, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to future episodes. There's still so much that I thought we were going to talk about on this episode. It's going to have to wait.
Well, it'll keep people listening,
Exactly.
And I think we are very new. It's raw.
It's raw, yeah.
We're going to be discussing things that people don't want to talk about as well.
The hard things to talk about, yeah.
Erectile dysfunction, Michael. All right? It's got to be talked about.
That vasectomy that went wrong.
I'll send you the pills. Don't you worry. I know a guy.
I need them. I am old now.
We don't go that far. We don't go that far on a podcast.
No, not really. I think it works.
That's it. But once you go to the gym, man, the little fella starts pumping.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what's this? Yeah, just don't sit on the bike for too long, because you get off and your balls are numb, and then you're walking around and you get the feeling back. And it's like, oh. And that does my head in.
It's that. Those are the things for me that put me off using certain things at the gym.
Why?
The fact that I'm just going to be that's going to be a ball clamper. Certain machines where I'm not using that, because that's just going to fuck me up. I don't need that. Do you know one thing I have noticed is before, because obviously I sit in a chair all day at home, not because I'm lazy, because I sit in a chair and work. I'm trying to start standing up and stuff. But I've got back issues. I didn't think I was getting back issues at 28, but I've got back issues to the point where I was like, this is what back pain feels like. I feel for these older guys that have serious back pain. How do you cope?
It's a pain. Sometimes your legs give in. You think, oh, what am I doing? And you can't get out of the chair very easily. It's like, oh. See, I have issues with my hips. For the last year and a half, I'll go through any sort of walk and my left hip will grind. I can feel it. I have to hold it when I walk. And I've been saying once, obviously because of the pandemic, doctors have been seeing only certain people. I need to go and have an MRI, basically, or an X-ray or something on my hips.
Can you just get an MRI?
Yeah, from your doctor. Obviously, I'll go see my doctor. But I keep putting that off, if you know what I mean. I need to go make an appointment, go see my doctor, explain what I'm feeling, how it hurts, and go from there. Hopefully they'll send me in. Now that it's easing a bit, the pandemic is saying goodbye to you.
I know. I can't wait for that day. Although this whole thing about the pubs opening, I mean, I don't know about you. In fact, I do know you because I know that you're a bad drinker, but I know that I don't drink really at all. Where are you? Because I know you don't really drink, but when you do drink, you drink hard.
I haven't drunk since Christmas, and I only had a couple then as well because it's got sugar in, most of it. Well, there are things like gin and vodka that don't have carbs in. See, I watch everything. I'm really sad. Really sad. But yeah, I don't generally drink, only on occasions. Under normal circumstances.
I've seen you at vulnerable states. Really vulnerable states.
Very vulnerable, yeah.
Where carbs didn't even matter on that night.
Oh no. Yeah. The good old days, eh?
Yeah, no, drinking for me, that's never been an issue. I don't,
No.
yeah. I mean, I haven't had a beer in God knows how long. And, by the way, not having a beer doesn't make you any less of a man. I just haven't had a beer.
I have cider. I hate beer. So.
Oh, see, I like beer, just not had them. I think I had some last summer. That's probably when I last had a couple of beers for my birthday last year. But the thought of being drunk now terrifies me.
Because you're not in control.
Yeah, but it wouldn't take me long to get there either. I could be going for a casual dinner and just someone offered me a beer. I'll be gone by the end of it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be trying to chat up somebody's nan by the end of the dinner. That would be where I was at. So yeah, drinking for me at the moment, that's gone. So that's a good thing about my diet, is the fact that I don't drink. I don't smoke anymore. It's been a long time now. And yeah, I am feeling healthier in certain ways, but food takes over. Food definitely takes over.
It's a pain in the ass, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed. Well, for this show, thank you for everybody to listen to our first show. It's nice to get it started, because we've been talking about this for a while. Obviously, you're really busy anyway, because you're a busy man and you've always got something in your pipeline.
Yeah.
Me not so busy. I'm trying to say that I'm busy by going to the gym in the evening, but that's about it. But yeah, this is going to be, how often are we going to do this? Is this once a week, or what are we talking?
Yeah, I think once a week. Get a structure going, a routine. Make sure we build the audience. Get you guys, or you men out there, and some of you women. Maybe some of you women want to know how us men tick, how our minds works. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think, by the way, ladies, this is not just a men's podcast where, we are going to slag our wives for the next hour. This podcast it's real. And that's what that was my idea around the podcast, was I wanted a real podcast about real people through everyday life. It's not all Instagram posts and, nice cars and fancy restaurants. We don't live that life.
No.
I certainly don't.
Definitely not.
I certainly don't. So I want to talk about real things, about real life, and about also enjoying life, okay? Because I think, like I said, you've got to take the funny things out of life and make it comedy and make life sweet for yourself. So whoever wants to jump on here, whoever wants to discuss with us, is more than welcome to do so. I think as the weeks go on, this podcast is definitely going to get a lot more interesting. But I hope you like it. Anyway, from my side of things, I hope you like it. And I had fun doing this as the first one. I don't know about you.
It's good. It's good to chat with you again. Obviously, shame it's not in Costa, having a flat white. But there's always opportunity. Coming soon, yeah. So like Niall said, thank you very much, guys, for watching, for listening, however you're experiencing this podcast. And we will see you next time.
Peace.
See you later, guys.